Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Marathon Mods for the F350. Now in this episode I'll be doing these little things from RiffRaff. These are plenums that go underneath the pipes in the valley, and they should improve airflow and hopefully improve MPGs, maybe boost. We'll see. Now the quality on these plenums is really nice. The O-ring that's gonna go in here, that's gonna go into the groove right here, it's more like an O-ring type of gasket. And on the stock ones, it's actually silicone down, I believe. So that's gonna be fun cleaning, I'm sure. But on these ones, you don't need to silicone them. You just put the gasket in here and then put it down, make sure everything's clean, tighten it down. It's anodized in black. They have these in red and blue also. Alright, so let's go ahead and strip all this stuff on top. The pipes, the harnesses, the spiders, remove all that stuff that's in the way. And go ahead and install the plenums. Alrighty, let's go. Alright guys, now that the valley's cleaned and Matthew's over here flopping around like a little mechanic. Matthew, are you a little fish flopping around on the engine? So now that we got the valley cleaned and the up pipe pretty much installed, now what I want to do is get the plenums off. Now this one's going to be easy, so I'm probably going to do this one first. And then this one is a little bit hard. There's a, let me see if I can show you guys the bolt. There's one like over here somewhere, and then one right here, and that's gonna be really hard to get to those two. The thing is, with the new plenum, one of them is eliminated, so that's good. So I'm basically gonna try to loosen the really tight one in the corner there, and then see if I can maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can cut it off. I'll deal with that when I get to it, but for now I'm gonna try and do what I can with that one. So let's go ahead and remove the easy one first, and then we're gonna deal with the one that's really tight in the corner there. Right guys? Now we have two kids, two little floppers. You're not a flopper? Matthew's a flopper. He's flopping around in the engine. Matthew, are you a fish or a beached whale? A fish? A feech. What's a feech? What do you have here? Is this a mirror and a magnet stick? What is that?
Are you a doctor?
Are you a doctor or are you a mechanic? Where are you?
A doctor.
A doctor mechanic? Matthew, are you a doctor mechanic? Hey, what are you doing in there? Okay, let's get this done. Let's go. Alright, I was able to remove all the bolts now except that one right. Let me see. That one right there. And that's hitting the high pressure oil pump casing, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna maybe cut it off with a saw, because on the Plenums from RiffRaff, this corner is actually eliminated. And honestly, you can even remove these two lines right here, and it's gonna be easier to get to the other bolts. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do that because I don't have the little compression O-rings that go inside of here, and I should have got extra ones because there's one right here. So I don't know if I might take my chances. I might remove it depending how hard it's gonna be to reinstall the new Plenums with the bolts right here. So we'll see how that's gonna go. But for now, I'm gonna probably go ahead and cut this guy off with a saw, and then I'll be able to remove the plenum and then clean up all the silicone around here and there, and then we're gonna reinstall the new plenums, and then we should be done. Oh yeah, and the oil crossover is gonna go right here as well, and then we can go ahead and start reassembling everything. I got my little mini saw right here, and then I got a new blade, so that should slice it through there pretty nicely. It's gonna go in just like that, and I'm gonna go in just a little bit so it's cutting the thread, and there's nothing down lower, so you can go up and down. It's not gonna cut anything. I'm gonna make sure there's no wires in the way, and then I'm gonna put a little, where's my little thingy? Here it is. And then I'm gonna put a little hose that I cut in half. I'm gonna put that on that really quick. All right, so here's my little hose protector right here, so if my saw gets all the way through, so it doesn't cut this guy right here. Let's go ahead and get this cut and see how it goes. Hopefully we don't make any more damage that we need to. Let me get my bigger saw so I can go a little bit faster.
Where is it?
It's over there, down there.
Okay, because I'm bouncy.
Yeah, I'll show you, Matthew. Matthew, of course, wants to see what's going on. I'm gonna get a different saw.
Okay, so we'll do faster?
Yeah.
Like...
Yes, just like that.
We need a different battery.
Yeah.
A different saw. Whoa, that's the biggest saw I've ever seen.
Okay, we went for the big boy.
Whoa.
All right, but can we fit it in there? It's so big now. It's not gonna fit. Oh yeah, we will. Okay, Matthew, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. No. All right, we got it. That was a lot faster.
Did it cut? Where is it now? It's loose? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. What are you doing, Papa?
What are you doing, Papa?
What are you doing, Mama?
All right, guys, we finally got it. Now let's get this guy. Let's get this guy off.
Gooey, gooey.
Gooey, gooey.
Yes.
Excuse me.
We finally got it.
Finally got it. Okay. And this one should slide off over here. And there we go. Yay.
Are you gonna leave it like that?
No. I'm gonna put a nicer one on there. Let's get all these bolts out of here.
I could get it with my magnet.
You can get it with your magnet thing? You're right, but it's okay. Next time.
Next time, yeah.
Yep, next time. Matty, can I see your magnet thingy?
Sure.
You gotta get the bolting out. The bolt fell in here. There it is. All right, guys, and there we go. There's the head that I had to cut off. So we're good. Good to go. All right, so that's done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that silicone off and get it as clean as possible. So we're gonna have a really good, nice seal on the new RiffRaff Plenums. And yeah, I'm still kind of hoping that I'll be able to reach in here to tighten the bolts that go in here, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Right, Matthew? Are we gonna figure something out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can do something.
And what?
I can do something with my magnet.
With your magnet? So if my bolt falls down there, you can get it? Or my tools? And you can look with the mirror?
And if it falls down there, I could
Yeah.
just catch it with magnet.
Yep, yep. All right, let's get this cleaned up. Here are the O-ring type gaskets that go inside the plenums. You just have to press them in there, and then when you put them in, you got to be careful because you don't want to like slide them because they might pop out. So you want to be careful when you're putting this in. You just want to be not really touching the head when you're putting them in, and then when it's ready to be in place, and then you're just gonna flop them on there, so it's not like rubbing against the head or popping out and getting pinched. And on these, the corner bolts are actually cut off on this one and this one, so that's going to make it a little bit easier by the high pressure oil pump casing. So that eliminates that one, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a little bit of difficult time with 2 on the bottom here. So we'll see when we get there. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and get them put in, and then put all the bolts in. There's longer bolts and the shorter ones, and then there's the thicker side and the thinner side. So you get the idea. And then there's these 2, which I believe these are for the bracket. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put all of these in for now, just hand tighten them in there so the plenums are nice and in place, and then we'll worry about the bolts and what goes where. All right, let's put these on and see how it looks. All right, guys, and the plenums are in. Finally, pretty much all the bolts were pretty easy to install, and then I hand tightened, double checked them all with just the regular Allen wrench. And here's my quick little design that I used on some of the tight ones where you need to kind of bend it and get it in there pretty tightly. So that worked pretty good. Got a little swivel elbow right here, a little extension. And then if I had to use a different kind, I have this one, and then I just use that adapter on this end to fit this little guy. One more bolt that I'm trying to get to, the one that's right over here underneath the 2 fuel lines. If you guys can see that right over there underneath. And also what I end up doing is moving this FRX line underneath this bracket instead of it was on top before, but I decided to go ahead and move it, and it's going to go underneath here and then loop around to here. And so for that one bolt, what I end up doing is making this little homemade thingamajigger, put some tape around, so now it's actually a ratchet. Because in there it's so tight, it's almost impossible to move around. So if you have just a little bit of just some play to get that thing in, I can just pretty much ratchet just a little bit like that, and it should be good to go. I'm gonna tighten it as much as I can with a little tape adapter. And then I'll go in by hand and tighten it with the Allen wrench. I think we are as far as we can go. I think that's it. I think it's just kind of flapping around now. With the tape, obviously you're not gonna get it tightened. So I'm just gonna go in by hand and get that done real quick, and that should be it. That should be the last bolt. And one suggestion I can make is, if you got one of these Allen wrenches, I'm pretty sure most of you guys do, just cut maybe half of that off, and that's going to be a little bit easier to get to the bolt underneath there. So yeah, all this is doable. All this is doable without removing the fuel lines, which I didn't want to do. It's harder, but it is doable. Get some compression washers that go in here and in there, and just get like 4 or 5 of them just in case, because there's one right here as well. And you can remove this, you can remove that. If you have their FRX system, you can remove all this and those 2 lines, and that's going to make it so much easier for you to get to the bolts. In my case, obviously I don't have the washer, so I went ahead and struggled through this, but it is doable. So yeah guys, here we go. That's the look of it. A lot cleaner, a lot better. Everything's nice and tight. I connected the oil lines to the heads right here and one right there. The bracket that was holding the line, this one right here, it was mounted right here on the stock Plenums, but I went ahead and moved the bracket from here to here, and now it's mounted to here. That way it's nice and secure and it's not flopping anywhere. And then this bolt is not squishing this bracket in a weird way, because it's nice and flush, but if you put that on here, it's going to be all nice and squished and poking out, and it's going to be all nice and weird. So tomorrow I'm going to do the oil crossover line and then start installing everything back in. We're almost there, almost there. Sadly, I had to go back to work. I got to clean up, get some stuff ready and go to work. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Another install is done. So now we have the FRX system, we got the Plenums installed, we got the up pipes installed, and we cleaned the valley and we did the quarter mod. And so yeah, now we just got to do the oil crossover and we're done. That would be pretty easy. I left that for the end just because that's the easiest and it would be kind of in the way of doing the Plenums as well. So we're almost there. So guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next mod. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya!